This is the first, obviously, big dispute that we've had in the railways for pretty much 3 decades. I think I'm the only person who can remember the late 80s, early 90s, when we had strikes on a pretty regular basis right across the network. Of course, since then, trains have been privatised and then unprivatised. So although you've got lots of private operators, and part of the RMT's argument is that they've taken £500 million worth of dividends out of the industry, in fact, everything is prescribed and controlled by the Department for Transport and paid for at enormous taxpayers' expense by the Treasury, i.e. by you and I, in our taxes. And so therefore it is, and the union know this, a straight fight between the unions and the government once again. And I kind of suspect, and you can ask the RMT about this, I kind of suspect that they're not unhappy having one foe who they know has very, very deep pockets. It's kind of familiar territory for them. And conversely, if I may, I think that quite possibly the government is not averse, as we saw in the Commons yesterday, with a debate which was basically saying, OK, line up here, Labour MPs, we're going to put on all our constituency notices the fact that you voted in favour of a rail strike effectively. And so they see it as actually quite a good sort of divisive issue in which they think they can prosper politically. So that's why over the past few days, my personal odds against the strike being called off have lengthened from 100 to 1 to 200 to 1, I'm afraid.
Well, which rather, previews my next question. How bad will it be?
Well, we are seeing, and I've been following up all the train operators today, what we're going to see is effectively, if you live in Wales, then you can go to Cardiff and you can go to Newport and you can go on some of the Valley lines and you can go into England. That's it. If you live in Scotland and you want to go further north than Falkirk, which is sort of halfway between Glasgow and Edinburgh, you're not going on a train. And nothing north, nothing west in Scotland. In England, you've got a higher proportion of the lines running, but for instance, nothing in Cornwall, nothing in Dorset. Both fantastic counties which people would be looking forward to going to on their holidays. And then there's some great cities which are just not connected. So Aberdeen, Swansea, Chester, no trains at all. There will be trains. It would be really good if you happen to live around London. You're going to see actually quite a lot of trains running, but only between 7:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the evening. And then all the main lines, so Brighton, Southampton, Bristol, Manchester, Birmingham, up to Leicester and Sheffield, and the East Coast main line as far as Scotland.